There is a gear in Brawl Stars that is very underrated and I do not see a lot of people using it, and I think that is very good. And of course from the title you already know what gear it is, and of course it is Division gear. So in today's video we're going to talk about why no one uses Division gear, why Division gear is broken, and I made a tier list of the best brawlers I think Division gear is best for. So I hope you enjoyed the video and let's begin. If you ask any Brawl Stars player, which gear should I get? Will they say Vision gear? Probably not. This may have happened because of the Brawl Stars gears from the past. As we all know, there was a leveling up system for years before, which was level 1, level 2, and level 3. But the thing is, there was no such thing as a Vision gear. There was something else instead. And it was so bad that no one even looked at it. Like any other gear you saw would be 100 times better than this. I don't know what happened and why they even released this. Like, I got no idea. Like, no one even used that. So you may be wondering, what gear is this? Well, the gear is called Resistant. Any other gear would be a lot better than Resistance gear. Plus, a lot of brawlers can already dodge stuns. I also think a lot of people didn't look at it and they didn't read the description, so they didn't really understand what it was and how it worked. And since no one used the Resistant gear, I'm pretty sure Brawl Stars just replaced it with the Vision gear. And since the Resistant gear had such a bad reputation, that I think people didn't look at Vision gear as much too. I also don't think that a lot of people tried the Vision gear, so they do not know how good it is. And to add to that, the other gears were a lot more popular. Also guys, remember this, I am just thinking this, so this is not 100% confirmed. This is just my opinion and like my vision of what I see. What people don't realize is the Vision gear is such an underrated gear. And for some brawlers, if you have the Vision gear on, you can dominate the whole match. Now, before I go to the tier list, let me show you some overpowered stuff that you probably did not know about the Vision gear. These changes will be a pretty big advantage in battle, so I hope it'll help you out in your future gaming, if you of course use the Vision gear. So, if you guys don't know what the Vision gear does, it shows your opponents for 2 seconds when they are hiding inside a bush. You may think that it barely helps you in battle, but this thing is ultimate destruction. Now, I'll show you 2 brawlers that get destroyed when you have this gear equipped. And I'll show you 2 advantages that 2 different brawlers get just from this gear alone. So the first brawler we're going to start with is Leon. And if you see him using his super, he is done for. There's nothing he can do if you have the Vision gear on. As you can see, this is an amazing advantage from Leon. It's the same thing for Sandy, just so you guys know. But the thing with Sandy is Sandy puts his super, so you know where the people are and you can scout them with your Vision gear. This is why the Vision gear is broken for brawlers that can go invisible. Keep that in mind, is if you shoot an invisible enemy while having the Vision gear on, then the brawler will be revealed for 2 seconds, and this can give you a big advantage. Alright, we were talking about how the enemy will have a disadvantage when you use the Vision gear, but this time, how you will have an advantage. This is what we're going to be talking about. So, you may be asking, how does the Vision gear help Penny? Well, it helps her because look at this clip that I have right there. When Penny hits an enemy that's in a bush, then her turret will fire, because without the Vision gear, the turret will not fire. As you can see, this can give you an advantage and it can also be really helpful. And the last one I'm going to talk about is Jessie. So this is exactly the same as Penny. If Jessie has the Vision gear equipped and hits an enemy, then the turret will attack. And if Jessie doesn't have the Vision gear, then it will just not attack. So now we're going to the last part of the video, which is a tier list that I made that I think which brawlers are good with the Vision gear. Before we get into the video, I'd like to say that this tier list that I made is my opinion, so if you don't agree with something, I understand. Alright, and here's the tier list. Alright guys, instead of rambling to you random stuff about these brawlers, I'll just put it in short form so it's simple and nice.